Hey, what's up y'all? So this video is all about understanding hair growth and damage for long, healthy hair. For some of y'all, this information is new, and for other naturals, you've heard it before, so it'll definitely be a refresher. And I can say some of this information I forgot, like certain parts of it, and it's kind of a reminder to apply it, because if you're trying to grow your hair, you definitely need to remember all of these key factors. So let's get into the video. So there's a two-step process when it comes to black hair growth and retention. So this is hair emergence from the roots, growth, and hair retention along the length of your hair at the end. Hair emergence is an unconscious biological response to living. In healthy individuals, the hair emergence process occurs naturally each day regardless of one's external practices. So your hair is growing while you're eating, breathing, chilling, sleeping, whatever. Your hair is growing all the time. Length retention, however, is strongly dependent on your personal care methods and requires attention and concentrated efforts to maintain. So skipping out on moisturizing your hair every night and deep conditioning is not the way to go if you want to retain length. And I have a lot of people, a lot of girls, a lot of women coming to me and ask me, well, they tell me their hair isn't growing, and I say, so are you moisturizing your hair every day or every night? And usually they're like, no. That's the reason why. That's exactly why it's not growing. You have to be consistent. You have to moisturize on a regular basis, especially textured hair. Curly hair is so dry. So if your hair isn't growing and you aren't moisturizing every day, most likely that's the reason why. When hair emerges from the scalp but is not being preserved at the end of the hair fibers, no growth will be visible, no matter how fast your hair grows. So hair emergence can be seen as a constant, but length retention can be looked at as a variable that can be controlled. So control it. Just take care of it and be consistent. Next, the shoulder length plateau. The default length for many women with textured hair is several inches above or just below shoulder length. This occurs more so in women who relax their hair. An individual with no particular regimen for her hair can expect her hair to remain shoulder length, which is approximately 1.5 years to 2 years of growth. If you shampoo and condition when you feel like it, play around with color and heat, and stay away from other obvious destructive practices, this is the length you should expect to stay. Now, there are some women who are an exception to the rule. They can basically neglect their hair and it'll still grow down to tailbone length. Yeah, we don't like them, but this isn't the case for most women. So definitely don't neglect your hair if you want to see growth. Achieving lengths longer than those 12 inches for most of us takes continuous care and a structured regimen for our hair. There are several different reasons for poor hair retention. Let's look at the common causes of hair damage. The condition of your hair can be affected by chemical processes, the physical stress of daily styling and maintenance, environmental factors, and nutritional deficiencies. Understanding the major sources of hair damage is the first step towards achieving healthier hair. So first, let's talk about chemical damage. Much of the damage textured hair experiences is a result of chemical processing. All permanent chemical alterations, no matter how well executed, render some degree of internal damage to the hair fiber. So if you get a relaxer or a texturizer, your hair will automatically be changed. It'll automatically be less healthy because of the chemical process used on your hair, because the internal structure of the strand will be changed forever from the chemical. Now, the amount of damage you receive greatly depends on the knowledge of the cosmetologist who applies the process to your hair, and also how often you get the process done. Okay, let's talk about physical damage. Physical damage comes from excessive manipulation, tension, and handling of the hair. The use of heat-producing appliances like dryers and flat irons aggravates this damage. Brushing your hair too often, wrapping your hair to set it in a straight style, wearing braids that are too tight, using bobby pins with the hard edges after the tips come off, all of these things can contribute to physical damage. I got a lot of physical damage when I was in college because I used to wrap my hair all the time, and my grandmother, she's actually a beautician. She told me that it's because I was wrapping my hair, I was getting breakage like I was, because I would kind of hear it pop sometimes, and it's just not natural for you to do your hair that way. You're really having to push it in a direction it doesn't naturally go in to set it. So one thing I started doing, instead of trying to make it all like blend through the comb, I would literally just take it and wrap it around without combing it and bobby pinning it that way, and it would still come out straight. Now, it wouldn't be that flow, but it would still come out straight without me getting that damage. And also, like shampooing and conditioning your hair in a rough way to where it tangles, it can also cause physical damage, so definitely be careful. Environmental factors can also stress the hair. Ultraviolet sun rays and temperature extremes are major obstacles to conquer for those seeking healthier black hair. Pollutants in the air can actually disturb the regular moisture balance of your hair. Also, when you go swimming in heavily chlorinated pools, in ocean water, salt water, and just hard water coming out of your faucet, all of these can contribute to damage to your hair. Now, you can't control some of these things, but other things you can. So if you go swimming, definitely make sure you take care of your hair before and after you go swimming in a pool or in an ocean, and just make sure you take that extra care when you go outside to the beach or you're just outside for long periods of time. And last, your diet and nutritional deficiencies. Dietary or nutritional deficiencies can have a negative effect on the hair before it ever emerges from the scalp. The proper balance of vitamins and minerals is crucial to a healthy scalp and head of hair. Thyroid disorders, anemia, smoking, crash or restrictive food group dieting, and so many other factors contribute to the overall quality of your hair. When hair emergence and retention are imbalanced, you will definitely see a difference in your length. So how do we preserve our ends to see length gains? We create a great regimen, one that protects against damage and breakage through strategic product selection and other maintenance techniques. And this is exactly what we're going to cover in the next video, so make sure you come back for that. And make sure you check out the Science of Black Hair. This is where all this information was gathered from. This is not a sponsored video by any means. This is just an amazing body of work if you really want to learn about textured hair and black hair. And make sure you share this video with a niece, a nephew, or a daughter, or someone who just doesn't know how to take care of their hair. If it's an adult, it's just really important to get the information young, and sometimes we need a refresher. Some of this information a lot of you guys may have heard and needed a refresher and a reminder because you wanted to grow your hair again, so it's just good for that too. So I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace, love, and light.